You and Goldstein had some say, legendary spaces, inviting white people to say the N word. Chat, I never seen a bigger display of coonery, buffoonery, clowns than these niggas that did that spaces. I never seen a bigger display.
Oh, yeah? That's why we're taking you to court. Let's start at the proceedings.
Hotep Court is now in session.
Ladies and gentlemen of Hotepistan, today is a sad day in the history of Hotepistan. I stand before you to deliver bad news that Uncle Hotep is a suspected insurgent. He has been placed under investigation, and his citizenship to Hotepistan has been suspended for 90 days. We suspect that he is aiding and abetting a foreign nation. We're not sure if it's the CCP, the KGB, or other. But Uncle Hotep is under investigation for aiding and abetting a foreign agent. I hate to break it to you. This is a sad day in Hotep Nation history. It's a sad day in Hotepistan history. But unfortunately, we have put out the want ad. We have put out the want ad. He is wanted dead or alive. If you see Uncle Hotep, you bring his ass to us. Okay? He is wanted dead or alive, damn it. Okay? He's been acting unscrupulous and suspicious recently. Hold on, let me bring the want ad. New York Post. Wanted dead or alive. Charges of insurrection, aiding and abetting a foreign enemy. There he is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Hotep, now that you're on trial, how do you plead?
I can never be guilty in this kangaroo court that I'm currently in present.
How do you plead? You're already filibustering. You see what we're saying? Do you see what we're saying, great people? Hotepistan, he's filibustering in the middle of a court proceeding. He won't even enter a not guilty or guilty plea. And then what did he do? He makes a mockery of the court.
You niggas is not honorable to charge me, but I am not guilty.
Not guilty. For the past few weeks, you've been attempting a coup against the leadership of Hotepistan. We've made a note of that. For about a year now, Hotep Goldstein and Hotep Jesus have been running a Twitter Spaces every Tuesday at around 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Do you know who's never there? Uncle Hotep. He's never been there. But this week we held a space because the N-word has entered everyone's psyche, and our white people are, the woke right is fighting to say the N-word. So he said, you know what? Since you want to be a pussy, we'll open up a space for you guys to openly and freely say the N-word. So we open up this space for them to openly and freely say the N-word. And guess who shows up finally? For the first time ever, his inaugural appearance at the Twitter Spaces that we run every Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. Uncle Hotep. Yes. He finally shows up. Interestingly enough, he decided to show up to this one. He wanted to witness the white man saying the N-word. Nothing would tickle his fancy more than hearing a white man say the N-word. He was excited to be a part of this conversation. Keep in mind, previously he had not shown up. This one, Uncle Hotep. Uncle Hotep has not been the same since he went on vacation and came back with these new hater blockers, as he likes to call them. I like to call them red white shades because that's what they are. They're nothing but red white shades. These are red white sunglasses. He has not been the same. We suspect that not only is he a foreign agent, but also he might be a clone. We can never be too sure. He might be a clone. But Uncle Hotep decided to finally show up to our Twitter spaces after never, and that's quite suspect behavior. So we compound that with the fact that he's been trying to raid a coup. Then earlier this week, he fired rockets on the Hotepistan compound. Yes, he did. We returned fire to his compound like India did Pakistan. We will not stand for this. We will not stand for this type of behavior, but this is unbecoming of a Hotep. What do you have to say for yourself, old man?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being in attendance. Thank you for being in court. Thank you for being witness.
Don't try to have decorum now after you done dissed the court.
I was dissing you, not the jury. You and Goldstein. Pat, I'm trying to do what's best for Hotepistan. Hotep Jesus and Hotep Goldstein are unfit to lead. They're totally unfit. Now, this hasn't been the first spaces I've been in. I've tried to listen before. I've been in a few, but my schedule, that's karate day for Little Griff. My schedule just doesn't line up. That day, I had to go pick up the Union Club.
You saw the N-word and all of a sudden karate didn't matter.
I said, "This let me go listen." I did speak. Hear these people talk. Hear both Goldstein and HJ both have diarrhea of the mouth. Endless fucking sucking themselves off. Endless platitudes of themselves. Purely disgusting behavior.
Personal attacks on individuals.
Our good friend Dom Luque is in. And before it even starts, Hotep Jesus goes on a personal attack of Dom Luque. Here we have a Spaces talking about white men, please come in and say nigger. And before it even gets starts, HJ attacks a black man.
Foreign agents of mass destruction. All you niggas is on trial, including Dom Luque.
But that's typical for him to attack another black man. This
coons.
is what coon.
Coons.
This is what
y'all are coons.
He's the coon. We already established that. We've already established that, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, a couple episodes ago on this Griff Report, he came out and said, "Y'all gotta remember, I was born in this Hotep shit. I was born in it." This is what he said. That means his fall from grace is even more disgusting. He was born in pro-blackness. Born in a solid family structure. What does he do? He goes on Gutfeld and tells transgender hand job jokes. Purely disgusting. Now, but back to the spaces. Back to the spaces. Shout out to Dom Luque for putting up with you savages, attacking this poor black man, tried to hold him hostage, blackmail. Disgusting behavior. Now on to this white man come on and say the N-word. You and Goldstein, especially Goldstein, who should be on trial here tonight First off, he uses an AI image of me, which should be a violation in the first degree. But you know, niggas, them light skinned niggas don't got no matter. So I expect as much. I expect as much. These niggas, as much as they talk about the woke right, get all their talking points from the woke right. Me? Blocked them. Matt Walsh blocked, muted. Elijah Schaefer muted, blocked. Those people are idiots. Carnival. Clowns. What would I look like taking talking points from a clown? But this is what Goldstein does. This is what Goldstein does. Hey, maybe that's how he eats. Arguing with woke writers. Arguing about the N-word and shit. Matter of fact, this is the same Hotep Jesus who told us in previous episodes of this great podcast that I'll be carrying every week, we shouldn't take disrespect. We shouldn't take disrespect for our race. This is what this nigga said. What did they do last Tuesday? Come on, white man. He invites the disrespect. Again, this is the man, he said he was born in this Hotep shit. Disgraceful actions. This is why a coup is needed. This is why I went on the attack. This is why I bombing their fucking compounds. These niggas gotta be stopped, Chad.
You gotta try harder than that.
I might be a black man from Exeter, Pennsylvania. I might not been born into this Hotep shit. But the mountain I had to climb was much more rigorous, much more treacherous. I had to worry about surviving at night. I had to worry about dad kicking me and my mom out. I had to worry about did my dad break my mom's leg with a baseball bat? Real nigga shit. You know what the real nigga shit for Goldstein and HJ is? Come on, Chad. Chad, can you come in our spaces? Can you say that? I'll give you the permission to say the N-word, Chad. These are what these niggas is doing. This is what these niggas is doing. Does that sound like real nigga shit to y'all, chat? Does it sound like it? It sounds like just like the Dave Blunt just had a concert. What Dave Blunt say? Hey all y'all. I don't care about anywhere, but in here, y'all got permission to say nigger. That's what Dave Blunt said at his concert. Y'all saw the tape. Just like Goldstein and HJ. Yo, come on, Steve. Come on, Chad. Y'all got permission. We give y'all permission. And all you niggas that was co-signing that shit in that spaces, I'm disappointed in y'all. Y'all was up there kikiing and ha-haing with these two shines. Batman and Robin of the Coon fucking universe. Y'all was kikiing and ha-haing. It's entertainment for y'all. Racial slurs is entertainment to y'all. I can do nothing but laugh. This is why Hotep Stan needs new leadership. I'm trying to bring these niggas along. These niggas is hard-headed. They keep arguing and fussing and discussing the woke right. Who the fuck is them to us? The woke right is beneath us. The woke right says something? Shit, I can't hear 10 fucking leagues below me. Goldstein and AJ putting their ears to the fucking ground, listen, wait for the woke right to say something so they get gripped off it. The woke right is nothing but pigs and slop. You gonna get down with the pigs and slop? That shit is haram. Not to these two niggas. Not to these two niggas. I'm trying to get y'all out the mud. Y'all don't gotta be in the mud no more. Y'all don't have to be in the mud no more. Nigga, we Hoteps. We dignitaries. We walk on the fucking clouds. We building pyramids. We wearing gold. We making aircrafts flying through the use of sound. And you want to be in the mud with these Neanderthals. Purely grifting off our greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that we're done being entertained by his buffoonery, because that's all we heard was pure entertainment and buffoonery. Ladies and gentlemen of Hotepistan, I do not want you to be fooled by him and his sob stories about his dad and the kerosene heater. He pulls this story out every single time to try and get people to feel sorry for him. We are sick of this story, okay? This man is 85 years old. It's time for him to get over that kerosene heater, okay? Now let's handle business. That kerosene heater has been through enough already. That shit is out of gas. There's no kerosene left in that heater. Leave that kerosene heater alone. Jesus Christ. Sick of these sob stories. This is proof that Uncle Hotep is a leftist and a foreign agent. As you can see, he's used the same tactics as Saul Alinsky, the same tactics as left, the same tactics as liberals and progressives. Oh my God, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Then he tries to accuse us of grifting because somebody stood 10 toes down against the people that are trying to divide our nation over the N-word. Somebody stood up to him. Before we get into that, I'd like to take a flashback into history. Once upon a time, there was a gay man with a blue vest. And there was a white man pretending to be black. And only one person called them out on the internet. And that was
Hotep Jesus?
There was an organization that went by the name of Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter turned out to be a complete sham and a scam and divided this nation like no other. And there was one individual that stood 10 toes against them.
Hotep Jesus?
Hotep Nation, Hotepistan was built on standing against evil and declaring our enemies and drawing a line in the stand. This is the foundation of Hotepistan. This is the rock that started it all. We started off standing against evil. Uncle Hotep doesn't want to stand against evil. Uncle Hotep, he wants to go dance at Kendrick Lamar parties after he dissed Kendrick Lamar for the past 12 months. Uncle Hotep doesn't want to help build Hotepistan. He wants to destroy Hotepistan, as you saw with his airstrikes on Tuesday. Uncle Hotep doesn't want to build Hotepistan. He wants a coup against the leadership of Hotepistan. Uncle Hotep wasn't at the meetings for the grifties. You know who was?
Hotep Jesus?
He doesn't want to build Hotepistan. He wants to dismantle it brick by brick. When BLM was rising up, Hotep Jesus stood against it. When the woke right starts rising up and tries to divide our great nation, Goldstein stood up. Strong Dad stood up. Today, Matt Walsh on Daily Liar posted a clip of Strong Dad, which shows the power of Hotepistan. The fact that they now have to acknowledge us. They now have to contend with opposition. We are the opposition to the woke right. We defend America. We defend our sovereignty. We will not let our nation be divided again. We watched it happen with Black Lives Matter. We will not watch it happen with the woke right. Uncle Hotep, I have you believe that this is just a grift. But this is a grift, if it is, built on righteousness. And I got the proof. You didn't think I had the proof? Of course I got the proof from Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus?
I want you to take a look at Exhibit A. I want you to take a look at Exhibit A right here. This is from an elder gentleman, one of our elders. He goes by Stable Centrist. He says, best space ever. This is the same space that Uncle Hotep believed was unproductive is being applauded as being the best space ever. Here is Sonny Johnson, political expert and strategist, an icon in Hotepistan, an icon at the Grifties, a well-respected thought leader. What does she say? Absolutely the best, in all caps, conversations. Here is the prestigious, the most coveted Grifties alum, two-time alum Grifties. Hotepistan's very own. One of the first people to publish the Hotep Nation. Here on your screen, you will see Nerd Nash, a bridge between Hotepistan and Black Twitter, a bridge between Black people and Hotepistan. And what does he say? Out of all of the spaces that have ever been launched, Nerd Nash said our Twitter space was top 3 spaces ever. Ever. Many people said this was the best space ever. Race relations were healed following this space. That's what the people were saying. But what does Uncle Hotep say? Here we got him right here. Mr. Coup de Grace. Absolute embarrassment. Hotepistan definitely needs new leadership. HJ and Goldstein, dynamic duo of buffoonery. Here he is right here. You see him? Hater extraordinaire. He's a hater. Some people suspect that he's jealous of Goldstein. Some people suspect he's afraid of being replaced. Oh, Hotep's been told you. That's what the people are saying. He's afraid that his spot is up for replacement. So he's pitching the boogie and causing a coup. Uncle Hotep, I'm here to tell you, your spot is safe. Nobody's here to replace you. But we need you to come clean. Who are you working for? Is it the CCP, the CIA, Mossad, MI5, MI6, or KGB? Who is putting you up to this? Were you in, was it the Russians and the tenant media? Were you in that check? Was it USAID? What check was it that made you become a disruption to Hotepistan because everybody else loves the work we put in? That's the answer we need here in the courts of Hotepistan. While we are doing God's work, all of the great gods of Hotepistan, while we are putting in God's work, while we are building and rebuilding and helping make America great again.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You, Uncle Hotep, want to tear down our work. That's a shame. That is a shame.
Chat, you know I busted his ass. He had to come back. He gave you 10 minutes in the beginning. After I whooped his ass, he said, nah, fuck that. He came back with some more shit. It was supposed to go right to the vote. He couldn't let that happen, chat. He couldn't let that happen. All this stuff about woke rights. Let me just remove myself.
That's last week's news. You see, chat? He deflected. You got to defend yourself.
Over this nigga's right here. This nigga's right here. This nigga's right here. And over the white man's shoulder. The woke right shoulder.